if you're not digging it deep into the Great War, so go on and listen to Sabaton. Oh Satan, oh Satan, oh Satan, oh God, oh God, oh God, let's burn the cross.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a special guest, my pleasure and my honor, Dmytro Kumar from Ukrainian black and death metal band 1914, or should I say Dmytro Kumar.
How you prefer?
Alright, thank you. Soon your third album, Where Fear and Weapons Meet, will be released. How do you feel about it, especially after international success of The Blind Leading the Blind, and keeping in mind that many people expect a new music from you?
Oh, honestly, I'm a little bit tired about all this, let's call it madness around this album, because too many interviews, too many interests about media, about magazines, and honestly, I did not expect such furious interests. So for me, it's strange. First of all, as you know, The Blind Leading the Blind, our first album, this album, it's totally about my passion. It's not about some hype music or mainstream or just let's make in the new metal album. No, it's totally about my passion, about Great War. So every time when I got a lot of feedbacks about it, about my music, I'm just wondering, wow, people like it, people interested about it. I thought that's just only my passion, but no, a lot of people like it, and I think it's fucking awesome. But honestly, I'm a little bit tired with all with all of this. I'm a little bit misanthropic guy, so for me it's a little bit hard to a lot of interviews and a lot of conversation about my music and about my ideas, something like this. But if we talk about maybe some how I feel with it, okay, I'm totally happy with it.
You're happy that you already finished the album and soon it will be released, or
yeah. Actually, with this, not about interest and hype. Actually, with half a year, we finished in late May, and it will be released some around in 1 week. Mm-hmm. And yes, it all will be finished. Because half a year, I'm just every day do something, some interviews, a lot of work with video clips, a lot of work with war footage, a lot of work with some just like a manager and stuff, blah blah blah. So, and I'm a little bit tired of this, of all this shit. Because I'm a musician and I'm an artist. I'm not a huge media person, you know.
I can imagine, but that's your path, because you became famous and you have nothing to do about it.
I don't give a shit about it, actually.
Let's call it fate. Okay. In this album, you, beside the guitars and drums, you added some brass section, you added some orchestra, and even it was a bagpipe played by
Anna Vasilchenko.
Yes, it's Ukrainian girl that she's playing a bagpipe.
Not actually bagpipe. She's genius. I just forgot all these words like medieval stuff, medieval instruments, lutnia, and blah blah blah. I didn't remember, but she ingenious about all this medieval stuff. She plays on a violin, on a cello, on some. I forget how it called.
She's medieval musician.
Yeah, she's a medieval musician with her band Kings and Beggars. So she prepared for us on the previous album violin, and she make a bagpipe for a new album, actually.
Okay, great. I wasn't so excited for it, but no, really great. Anyway, why did you choose to add these elements to this album? And whose idea was it?
If we talk about idea, it was, of course, it was my idea, because if we talk about all additional sounds, war samples, all samples in general, it depends on me.
Okay.
Guys making the guitars, making a drum section and the bass playing, so bass line. But in general, if we talk about all this, let's call it cinematic sound, cinematic additional.
Cinematic, you mean the samples and...
Yeah. I mean additional sounds, samples, war noises, all this industrial stuff. Even bagpipes, even orchestral things. So it was my idea, because for me it's just give the more powerful and more cinematic to our music.
Yes, I can really say that it really creates some huge soundscapes, which works great with the words, with the lyrics.
I also even if we talk about bagpipes, so we use it in the last track, The Green Fields of France, and we started with the bagpipes because it gives the vibes, like a Scottish funeral.
Okay.
So you stand near the grave of your fallen friends, and you hear these bagpipes, those crying about all fallen soldiers, and it gives you those vibes about you're standing at the funeral.
As far as I remember, you also use the pipe on Hellfighters.
No.
What was it in?
Samples. In the rest of album, bagpipes we use just in the one song. In the rest album, we use in the 3 songs we use orchestral, and it's not a sample. We talk about live normal orchestra from Lviv, actually. And a lot of samples came from Great War movies, some historical stuff. I found it everywhere, actually.
Okay, great.
Talking about music, it's a little bit general question, but anyway. Can you tell about the whole songwriting process? I mean, what comes first, the idea, the lyrics, or the music? And how the song is born, like from the sketch to final form that we hear on the album?
It's a little bit complicated question, because it depends, actually. First of all, sure, it came like an idea. I wrote lyrics, I always got a few ideas, interesting ideas, catchy, some stuff, and I'm always talking with my guys, so guys, listen, I have some story, and they always said, again, yet another one story. Okay, come on, let's do this. And I'm trying to.
I'm sorry, you guys, they don't share your passion or what?
They share our music, if you know what I mean, but not actually a passion. They are musicians, yeah. They're fucking awesome musicians. They are my friends. But if we talk about 100% passion about Great War, about war archaeology, about digging deep in all those books, movies, battlefields, no.
Okay.
I'm sorry, let's get back to the songwriting. So you bring the idea and then you start to work on it.
As I told you, it depends. Sometimes it can be like this. One or another our guitar player just bring on rehearsal some riffs and told, okay, guys, I got a new riff. What do you think about it? And we all listen it, and I think, those type of riffs for me sounds like maybe a little bit sludgy. Okay, if it's sludgy, we can slow down with this. Okay, I got an interesting story with the battlefield, with the mud, and with the slow vibe. Okay, we can use it in that song with that lyrics, something like this. Or how we collaborate and actually with this album. I wrote all lyrics, all stories, and when I wrote it, I'm actually got a melody in just in your head. When you read the lyrics, just trying to sing it, and you preparing some riffs. I'm not a musician. I can play those riffs on a guitar. No, I'm not a musician.
According to Metal Archives, I have seen the huge amount of your bands that you warned them. So I think that yes, you are.
Too many bands not mean that I'm a musician or a guitar player. I'm just a head with a mouth. That's all. So I can sing.
All right.
Such a humble person. No, seriously. From my heart.
So how it was with this album, I'm trying to explain some melodies which I got in my head when I prepared this lyrics, and I'm trying to explain to our guitar player, to our actually bass player. So guys, listen, I have those lyrics, and here's a chorus, verse, and it can be here like this. Can you play this? And guys sitting like again some shitty stuff, but let's try it. and they play it and making some awesome stuff from this. They just cancel it all, not all, half of my ideas, and making good ideas from this, and making and preparing and actually good music.
Okay.
So it works. I'm explaining it a little bit complicated. So it works like this.
No,
I got in lyrics an idea, some musical idea, and the guys making those my ideas into real things. That's all.
Well, first of all, sounds great, and in the end, we have great music.
I hope.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Actually, in one interview, you told that before you started to work on The Blind Leading the Blind, you've been to Europe at the battlefields like the banks of Somme or Argonne Forest and all these things. Now, in COVID times, how was it for you to work on this album, especially when you can't get out from your place? Hard. It was really hard. In Ukraine, the situation was really shitty, and you don't understand nothing. You don't even understand
can you have a hospital if you will die or not, or you will die in the middle of your room, so you don't know nothing.
Oh.
No, it's Ukraine, it's normal. So,
I was in Ukraine, but I didn't think it was such terrible.
no, it's not a terrible, typical Slavonic country, so it's okay. And we spent actually 1 year just like in some anabios, maybe, like a cryogenic sleep. We just do nothing, actually. All 2020, we do nothing with new songs, with new ideas, with rehearsals, with nothing. We're just trying to live, trying to survive, trying to understand the situation.
What was happening here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to collect some, earn some money to just for your living, daily life. And that's all. And we didn't think about music at all. And
I'm sorry. Was it? Did you take it as, let's say, desert or used rest, or it was some kind of depression?
let's call it depression, not rest. It was huge band depression. Without any ideas, without any gigs, without nothing. We even not drinking together.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it was a shitty year, and we started actually with the new album in the late, in the late of November 2020.
Okay.
So actually in the end of the year. And we prepare till the November. I finished and finalized all my lyrics, all my ideas, and all what I can have. And I show it to my guys, and we started actually. It was November. And we started with all this shit, and actually we prepare all this new album, all material, some around in 3 months.
Whoa.
Something like this.
It was pretty fast.
It was fast, it was rapidly, it was hard. I call it aggressive. Because I was a horrible guy. You are those shitty guy. Something like this. I'm shouting a lot. I'm nervous a lot. I'm got a depression. It was a lot of aggression, but we did it, and we prepared all material, some around in the 3 months. In March, 2021, we started with live rehearsal. And trying to prepare it like normal songs, which we can record it.
Okay.
So we started in March, and in April, in the end of the April, we actually recorded our album. It was rapidly, yeah.
Do you remember the moment when you started to wonder about World War I?
No. Actually, it was from my childhood. I can recognize even when it starts. I grew up in the western part. Actually, we all from western part of Ukraine, from Lviv, from Galicia. In the First World War, all our siege riflemen and Austro-Hungarian Empire, it was a huge part of our history, and actually it affects a lot of families here. And a lot of people here still remember it and still love it. Because, it's just your family story. My grandfather was an Austro-Hungarian soldier. and
Okay.
he got even crosses for Medal of Honor, something like this. And when I grew up, I'm always hear this story about my grandfather, how he fought and how he was a soldier. And it gives me a huge, those, not actually understanding about war, but I'm just grew up as a child with a lot of communication with the war. You always heard this war story about Second World War, about First World War. My grandmother was in Second World War, so you always talking about those wars, and it affects you. So you grow up like a child with a huge interest in this wars. So
Besides this, I see that this war is it's something personal for you also,
yeah, it's
because this is part of your family.
Not actually, even just one side. Yes, it's a part of my family, but I'm trying to collect all my life. I'm trying to collect some war munition stuff, artifacts from the Great War, helmets, belt buckets, some uniforms, grenades, shells, ammos.
So you're actually an archaeologist.
Not actually not. Here in Ukraine, war archaeology is not illegal.
Okay.
We got just a few legal organization, and that's all for the whole Ukraine. So if you trying to dig some dead soldiers and trying to bury them, or you find his information, you can do nothing with this. We didn't have any laws and any issues about it. So you can find just his family on an internet trying to dig out in some international archives, and that's all. And we trying to collaborate with official guys which can bury those dead soldiers, and if we find some skeletons, we always trying to identify this guy. So, here's a German without any information. Okay, so and we call, guys, here's GPS. Here we got 1, 3, 5 Germans and 3 Russians. You can took them and bury them, or if you don't want it, we will bury them. Something like this it works. And some around 15 years I became with all this shit I became as a war archaeologist, and actually and it starts like a huge part of my life, actually, with a lot of emotional, with a lot of personal stuff. I'm always digging those dead soldiers, and I'm sitting near this skeletons, and I'm just trying to talk with him. So, come on, man, you're from where? You're from Baden, or you're from Württemberg, or you're from Russia. Why are you here? Why are you dying here? What? I don't understand why you spend a lot of times, thousands and thousands of kilometers. You came here to in Ukraine and die here in Carpathian Mountains for what? I don't understand. And a lot of years I'm trying to understand all those, human behavior about war, and I can't.
I had a question. If you how can I say it? If you feel close to any side of this war, or it just was a big international slaughter for you, but I see that it is. It was equally tragical for all soldiers.
Sure, it was just a huge world slaughter, yes, 100%. But if we talk about site, no, only I can accept only Ukrainian side, maybe.
Okay. Ukrainian side because it is personal.
Yes, because it's personal, but if we talk about Ukrainian side, we must talk about Russian Empire, because half of Ukraine was under the Russian Empire, and half of Ukraine was under the Austro-Hungarian Empire. So, of course, I'm from Austro-Hungarian side.
Anyway, you always mention a lot of books and movies in your interviews. How many books have you read about this? Have you read about the war?
I don't know.
just give me a number. Thousands.
I don't know. I can count it as well. I'm always reading something, in the internet. I'm downloading some books on my Kindle. I'm downloading some books on my phone. I'm always buying books.
How many books do you have in your library?
In my personal, some around 1,000 or maybe a little bit more, but it's not all about the Great War. It's a lot of science fiction, just historical book, Umberto Eco, and a lot of my famous writers. But if we talk about actually historical book and especially about Great War, maybe 3 or maybe 500. I don't know. I can't count it. I'm not reading just in 1 month or in 1 year. I'm reading all my life. So how can you count it? If you read some around 25 or 30 years reading the books, how you can count it?
Yes, but I mean that it not necessarily should be let's say a science book or historian book. It can be something like Remark or Quiet on Western Front, which is not historical, but it's more about the people's emotions. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. But we also count it as a book about World War I.
But actually, Remark and Ernst Junger and Hemingway, it's all about the Great War too. So I count it like books about the Great War.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm actually like all typical Ukrainian child. I'm start with all these books in the school. We learn
Yes.
it. We learn it in the school. And I'm started maybe I can't even remember in 7th or 8th class, maybe something like this.
Yeah.
And for my personal interest, what do you think about the book The Good Soldier Schweik?
I love this book. Actually, one of the greatest World War book, and especially if you read it not on Russian but in Ukrainian, and in Ukrainian translation, and you understand everything, and you understand, yes, it's a part of our history. It's not about Czech Republic or Slovakian Republic or about Poland. No, it's about our Galicia. It's about our Ukrainian culture, Ukrainian history. It's about us. So, and I'm in love this book with the tones and with the perfect humor and huge story behind of it, and yeah, I love it.
Yeah, definitely. I had another story about this book because I read it about like a year or a couple of months before my military service. Mm-hmm. And then I went to the army. It was for 4 years, and I noticed that they things that Yaroslav Gashek described, they are the same even after 100 years. Some things are never changed, and I was pretty shocked about it.
War never changes. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
That's brilliant. Okay, and if we're talking about war, people often compare your band to Sabaton, just because the war topic. Are you offended with this? Does this fact offend you somehow, or you just take it, let's say, with a smile?
You know, I'm really hate those type of question. I don't understand how some people can compare us with a Sabaton, because Sabaton is a huge machine. It's a great and it's power metal. First of all, it's about power metal.
If you ask me, it's very simple. It's like you think about war, Sabaton think about war. That's all.
No. If we want to compare something, so let's compare maybe God Dethroned and 1914, something like this. Or Canon Fiber and 1914, or FT-17 from France and 1914. Yes, in this case, I accept it. But if we compare a Sabaton, a huge headliner, a big band from, they are really huge, and they're about mainstream, and they're about not underground music and nor about black metal. I call it Walt Disney metal,
I totally agree with you, but you know what? 1914, as I see it, they are already, in a way, mainstream band, also.
No. No. I decline it. and I didn't accept it. About mainstream, no. Sure, we are on a major label, sure, but I got my own vision about our music, and we never will be the huge headliner like Sabaton or Amon Amarth. No, because it's not our way.
Remember it. We'll talk in 5 years. Just remember it. No, I mean that you have all the opportunities, and you do really great stuff. So why not?
But come on, man.
And no, but it's only, listen. It's only, I'm sorry. It's only my opinion, but still, I mean, when I ask this question, I mean that people, they not always go deep in the lyrics. They see the war-themed band and another war-themed band, and they say, "Oh, okay, so 1914, they just like Sabaton, great, another Sabaton-like band." And
did you remember George Carlin?
Yes, of course.
You remember his brilliant stuff? People are just fucking stupid. Accept it. So let's accept it. People are just fucking stupid. So if someone won't compare us with a Sabaton, I don't give a shit about it. But we're definitely not about Walt Disney metal, and not about mainstream. If you want to compare us with some band, so okay, let's compare us with maybe Marduk or Impalet Nazarene, something like this. They're about war too, or Halo Bullets, or Volt Rover, or Asphyx, and a lot of Before the Dawn. There's an amount of fucking brilliant band about war. But why you did not compare us with those bands? Everyone talking about fucking Sabaton. I didn't get it.
Because they are famous, and now you are.
They are famous. Okay. George Carlin. People are just f***ing stupid. That's all.
All right. Let's get back to 1914 music. The first stunning single from Where the Fear and Weapons Meet, and A Cross Now Marks His Place, is based on actual letter.
A real letter, yeah.
Yes, it's a real letter. Was it hard to make a song from it, to put these words on the music, especially when they are even not rhyme?
No, it was not hard, because when I read this letter, I'm already start in my head with the melody. You know, I found this letter and I'm read it. I regret very much to inform you that his son, Private A.G. Harrison, was killed, and I'm read it, and just in a moment I got a melody in my head, and I catch it, and you know, I got this vibe, and I'm trying to adjust. A first time in my life see this letter, and I'm trying to sing it, you know, and I'm sitting maybe a few minutes with this. I regret very much to inform you. I regret. I can make a song from this. And I printed out, and came to my guys on rehearsal, and guys, come on, I got a brilliant lyrics, some Death Note, let's making this real. And we preparing a song, and in first time in 1914 history, I'm trying to sing it with the clean voices, actually, in the middle of the song. And my guys looking at me, what the f*** are you doing, man?
Please stop.
What is this shit? Clean voice here? No. You're a f***ing punk, and stop with your clean voices, because it sounds like some drunk bad religion. So, and I'm trying to explain, guys, here we must collaborate between clean and harsh voices, and it would be awesome. I see it, you know, in my head. I saw it in my head.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. How far ago you said you are not musician? Come on, with all your humbleness, come on. Yes, you are.
But I'm another musician. Actually,
Anyway,
Harsh vocals, clean vocals, and so you.
and I'm starting to think. Okay, if I'm not allowed to sing with the clean voices here, because actually I have a terrible clean voices. So typical punk rock. So let's make it possible. Let's try to collaborate with someone who got a real good clean voices and harsh voices. And it was, you know, just a few seconds. Dun, Nick Holmes. So I even didn't got any other ideas in my head, because I grew up at a huge Paradise Lost fan. You know, I buy all their vinyls, CDs, tapes. I got a huge collection of Paradise Lost music. So, and it's just in a few seconds, not even a minute, just Nick Holmes. Guys, what do you think about maybe Nick Holmes can sing it? And my guys start to laugh, and so Nick Holmes here, and then you fucking insane. Go to home and try to sleep. Go to home, you're drunk. But I try to wrote a letter to Nick, explain all those ideas, show him lyrics, and you know, in the 3 days I got a letter. Interesting idea, show me the music. And I'm sitting like, wow, it works like this. I can't believe in it. So okay, just in a one day we making a demo. Sure, I'm singing with clean voices on this demo, with my shitty clean voices, and we sent it to Nick. And just in those 3 days, we got a new letter. Guys, I'm in. I like it. You know, and I'm just sitting near my PC and read maybe 100 times this letter, so it's like a thunder, you know. I can't believe in it. So, and this is how it all started.
First of all, that's a beautiful story. No, seriously. And secondly, I know that you are not the only fan of Paradise Lost in your band. Yes. So I think it was great for all of you, and it became a really stunning song.
You know, when I grew up, I was a funny mix between metalheads and hardcore punk, and I'm always I was with my red or yellow mohawk and with the needles in my face and a lot of piercing, but I'm always wearing some Paradise Lost t-shirts, Darkthrone t-shirts, Mayhem t-shirts, but always with mohawk, and I'm singing and playing a hardcore punk. So that's why I'm
interesting collaboration. What can I say?
Yeah, so that's why I'm growing like a punk, but with a huge love and as a huge fan of Paradise Lost, and my dreams come true.
Wow. That's why we are dreaming.
Let's call it wow.
Yeah, no, totally. But on this album you have another collaboration. I mean the song covered with collaboration with Sasha Bull, Ukrainian musician. This song is very outstanding, and actually when I heard it for the first time, I didn't believe that this is your song, because like on The Blind Leading the Blind, you have the song in the middle, hanging on the old barbed wire, which is not your song also.
Yeah, it was an old soldier song which came from Summer Battle. Yeah.
Yes.
But this one was actually mine. Yeah, I prepared it like a typical soldier song, you know.
Yes, and can you tell a little bit more about it, because this is really outstanding, and you put it in the rightest place, because it divides this album on two halves, and it makes its effect. It's stunning. So can you tell a little more about it?
Okay, I wrote the song in one day, in one morning. I just woke up and I got in my head already all these lyrics, you know, like a picture, and I'm just all these lyrics, and I'm just write down this maybe in 5 minutes from A to Z, just blah 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 blah, and trying to sing it. And I understand, no, this song is not about black metal. This song not about blast beats, guitars, and other stuff. Maybe I will play it with my acoustic guitar. But as I told you, I'm a shitty hardcore punk singer, and if I start singing with my guitar, it sounds like somewhere between drunk Гражданская оборона and drunk Bad Religion. So I forget about those ideas, and when I start to think about the song in the way of how it can be played, and I understand, okay, this is a typical soldier song. You can sing it in the trenches, quietly, with a small fire. You sitting near the small fire and singing it. So, and you can use in your trenches, you can use only just a small soldier's instrument, which you can have in the trenches. It's not about piano or some violin. No, it's about harp. It's about small percussion. It's about small banjo. So, and in this moment, I understand. Okay, I saw it. I saw it clearly. Sasha Bull, which I love him and his music. He's my friend actually, and I'm in love his music. because I'm a huge fan of country music, Americana music, dark country and death country music. It called rooted music. And just in 1 second, I'm understand. Okay, banjo, harp, and acoustic soldier song, Sasha Bull. That's all. And he prepared the song just from the first. He even did not send to us a few demos.
Mhm.
He prepared it just from the first touch.
Wow.
He sent for us the first demo and asked me, "What do you think about it?" And I'm listening it, and I got a goosebumps. So, yeah, man, you got this right, and you prepare it in the way I totally agreed it, and I totally love it. That's all.
Wow. Well, another great story from another great band.
If you can remember, I told you that we prepare all this album just in the 3 months. So yes, it worked like this. Just in 1 second, okay, I got this idea. In the next 1 second, okay, this idea, this song, that's all.
Well, what can I say? It's really impressive. No, seriously. And talking about this song, was it based on some true story, or is just a story that could happen on the front?
We talk about covered.
Yes.
Yes.
It based actually on a true story, but without real names.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm using some private baker and blah blah blah, a typical name, yes, but not about real name. But if you check our booklet on the vinyl or CD edition, you will find out a picture. It's some quest. You will find a picture and you will try to recognize this picture and find an answer who is there and a real name. So that's why let it be like a quest.
Right. Great.
It's about real story with the real names, but let's people who won't find out it, let's find it.
If we're already talking about stories, true stories and facts that you put a lot of attention for them, like the numbers of squads, infantries, I don't know, even the machine gun caliber on A7V. First of all, why do you do it? Why do you put so much attention to these facts? And yes, so second, I will ask later.
Okay, because this war, the Great War, was a war about. It was war of machines, a war of progress, a war of technical progress, and it was a huge battlefield for the war machines. Gas masks, tanks, airplanes, dreadnoughts, huge guns, Big Bertha, and a lot of stuff. People trying to kill each other in different way with the different machines. So that's why I'm always using and trying to explain about those types of weapons, those calibers, those numbers, because it was a war of machine.
Can be there such a situation when you sacrifice something from the facts? Like you don't change them, but you sacrifice something to write the lyrics or to put it on the music to make it sound better.
No. If I need place about caliber or about trinitrotoluene in kilograms, or about shells and grenades or bayonets names, or I will place it.
Okay.
Because we talk about historical event, and you can just throw something from this historical event.
So you are not sacrifice nothing just because you can't.
If we talk about, if you talk about Lebel rifle with the 3 rounds, so it was a shitty rifle with the 3 rounds.
Yes, but not everybody are so deep in it. Like thanks to you, they are now.
Sorry, but it's not my problem.
Okay.
If you're not digging it deep into the Great War, so go on and listen to Sabaton.
Which leads us to the next question. Not a long time ago, you performed on Ukrainian festival Fine Misto as a headliner. How was it to get back onto the stage after a year and a half of silence?
Actually, not even a year and a half, somewhere around 2 years.
How was it to get back on the stage?
Honestly, I did not remember. I was drunk.
Seriously.
No, I'm serious. The previous 3 days I was drunk as hell. But if we talk about performance, it was great. And I'm even a little bit nervous before the show, because 2 years you spend 2 years without any gigs, without stage, without nothing, and here the huge crowd and everyone shouting, and it's like a first sex. So, and even a few minutes I feel like I'm nervous. But I got a lot of positive emotions. So after those gigs, we got a lot of positive feedbacks, and it was brilliant, man. I don't know how to explain how was the festival. Brilliant, You just playing the music. First time in the 2 years, you're standing on those fucking stage and you're playing your fucking music, and the fucking crowd is shouting. It's amazing. I don't know how to explain.
That's just what I asked, and that's what I actually expected to hear. This was amazing. But it's not the first sex. It's the first sex after the long break. Yeah. Talking about live shows, as I haven't had an opportunity to see you live, to see your live show, but I see it on YouTube, and you don't just perform, you actually do the show with all the WorldWarI uniform and banners and all the stuff, and rifle as your microphone holder. How should be your perfect, your ideal show?
Oh, I don't know. I can't just explain you how every show I can perform like ideal show, actually, and
I'm sorry, I mean visually.
Visually.
Yes, I mean visually with the decorations, or it without decorations, or I don't know. Maybe you just put a Mark V tank on the stage like Sabaton.
Perfect show. I think it can be near the Verden, For Dumont, maybe it would be, if we can play there, it will be a perfect show. If you talk about perfect show, okay, I need a few regiments behind me on the stage. Some German regiment, some French regiment, and some Russian regiment, and they will kill each other. So
you put some archduke between them and they fight.
And let's kill again the Franz Ferdinand on the stage. So it depends, and actually I don't know how it must be. I honestly I even don't accept it as you told me you making a show. No, I'm not making a show. No, we are not. I'm not a showman, and we are not show you something. No, we just honestly guy, and we playing our music with passion, and I got a lot of stories to tell, and that's all. It's not about show, and it's not about mainstream or something like this, you know. It's about just here I am, and here's you, and I'm always singing inside the crowd because here I am. Something like this, and you can play everywhere without decoration. With decoration, you can play in a small stage and it would be a fucking awesome gig. You can play on a huge stage and in a huge venue, it will be a fucking awesome. It depends. Not actually, it depends about decoration. It depends about vibes, about crowd, and about your feelings. That's all. You know, I remember, if you talk about fucking brilliant and fucking awesome show, I can tell you about festival Pitfest in Netherlands. For me, I fucking love this festival. You know, it's a mix, it's a crossover festival mix between hardcore punk, grindcore, thrash metal, all crossover types and blah blah blah, with a lot of crusty bands, with a lot of hardcore bands. So I love those type of festival where when you're not playing with the typical metalheads all festival, you know, 10 bands and all 10 bands with a corpse paint, with the long hair and all, oh Satan, oh Satan, oh Satan, oh God, oh God, oh God, let's burn the cross. This shit, how I'm tired of this shit. No, I really love those type of festival like Pit Festival. Like a Pit Fest, check this festival, because, you know, in a lineup, Exploited, Toy Dolls, Wolf Brigade, Sodom, Affix, Gadetront, mix. It's a fucking brilliant mix. Real Mackenzie even, you know, with some folk punk. It's a fucking brilliant mix. And you are not tired of all this metal bullshit from morning till down, you know, blah 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 blah. 10 hours of blast beats.
I can understand what you're talking about, but allow me to not agree with you. You told that you are not making the show. You just transmit your emotions and your feelings to the crowd, but maybe you don't do it on purpose. But that's what I call show, because when you screaming of desperate of get your head down, and you cover your head with your hands, all shaking when there's a bunch of blast beats. Yes, I call it a show, but not in maybe not in a mainstream meaning, but in a meaning of you show something, you transmit your emotions, and you doing it brightly. That's why I call it show, because I have no other words to describe it. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm accepted. Because I'm not call it show, because here I am with my amount of emotion, and that's all. So here's musician, we are playing together, and we will tell you the story. That's all. So me, my emotion, and the crowd.
Okay, great. So that's what I talked about.
And actually, one important thing for me, I'm really because I came from punk movement, I'm really do not like this rock stage, huge stage when you're standing like a rock star and singing and people somewhere there. I didn't like it. I actually a lot of shows.
Small clubs, and you're inside the crowd.
Yeah, a lot of shows, even festivals. I'm just fuck the stage. I go to the crowd, and that's all. Because I don't like this split between you're a rock star and you're a musician. I hear all other people. No, I'm the same guy as those crowd, and that's all.
Don't you afraid?
No. I'm a huge guy, covered with the mud, with a rifle in my head, in my hand. So, how do you think?
Rifle in my head. Okay, okay, great, I got it. By the way, huge guy covered in mud. If we will go to your Facebook page, we will see, like Steven Seagal, I'm hard to kill. Like G.G. Allin, I'm crazy.
Crazy ill. Back from the dead, because I'm back from the dead. House of Pain, yeah. One of the greatest album and one of the greatest band.
Your outfit on the stage when you all covered with the mud.
Mm-hmm.
Is it something from G.G. Allin?
That was not the shit.
Yes, but you know the World War theme and all the stuff.
Most important thing which you can do in the tank, do not shit in the tank. So,
Yes.
so it's about our live gigs. I'm a huge fan of G.G. Allin, and actually on Pit Fest, as I told you previously about this festival, we even play some G.G. Allin songs. We covered as 1914. We covered G.G. Allin, a few songs. It was funny. Actually, a lot of metalheads just standing like, what? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? But it's okay. So I'm a huge fan of G.G. Allin, but no, my mod is not about shit.
Your mud is about mud. Okay, we got it.
My mod is about mud, it's about trench, it's about despair, and about trench war, not about shit from your anus.
Something like that.
I hope you took it like a joke, not something serious. Talking about covers, on your first album you got Something in the Way from Nirvana cover.
Mhm.
On the second it was Beat the Bastards by Exploited. On this album you don't have covers.
We have one.
Yes, you
On
are.
special edition.
Yes, you are on special edition, which is not reachable for everyone, and it is Rise Against.
Mhm.
How do you choose your covers? By what it depends, and how?
All simple.
Why?
All simple. I just love those bands and those songs. That's all. So I can't even I can't lie to you and prepare some interesting story about I'm a lot of years ago. No, this shit. I'm just love Nirvana. I'm just love Exploited, and I'm love Rise Against, and I'm just took all my favorite songs from every band and come on guys, let's play it. And they look at me. Again, your punky shit? Yes. Come on, okay, let's play it. So that's all.
Anyway, I need to say that all these songs they made in, let's say, in style of 1914.
Sure.
And I haven't had an opportunity to hear the Rise Against cover, but Beat the Bastards was awesome. Something in the Way, it was more like, if I remember well, it was like sludgy, doomy, and
Industrial.
and industrial a little bit, yes. Yeah. So yes, you guys, you do the great job with the covers.
Because in my opinion, I really hate when some black metal bands trying to making a cover on another black metal bands. You're a typical black metal band with those
Yeah.
and inverted cross, and you're playing Immortal or Emperor or Mayhem Song. I fucking love these bands, but do something interesting. Do not play like they do, But a lot of black metal and metal bands trying to making a cover. No, you're trying to play it like in the way like Sodom or Venom do, but they're brilliant Sodom, and you're fucking shitty band, black metal local band. So trying to make an interesting cover, and I hate when black metal bands playing some black metal songs, or when punk bands playing some punk songs. No, let's mixing it. If you're playing a black metal, try to making some disco, Italian disco cover, or rap cover, or punk cover. It must be interesting, not just in the way like.
It must be interesting, but it's not true, if you know what they mean.
True. Okay, I'm not true and evil, and I'm always laugh.
What's your biggest dream? You, Dmytro Kumar, and you as a band 1914. You can even divide it.
What are you dreaming about?
It depends. If we talk about me, personally.
Okay, you personal. What are you dreaming about?
I'm dreaming about to become a writer and to release a few books, my books actually. I dreaming about staying alive because I'm got a really huge health problems, and I hope I will stay alive.
We hope too.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Especially when you have a huge tour next year, as I know.
Yeah.
By the way, do you excited about it? Like you're back on the road in Europe.
Sure.
Well, don't even start with this. No, because we will talk 1+ hour more. So and if you talk about me, I'm wanna release a few of my books.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna stay alive. I wanna grow up my daughter, and maybe I wanna. It's really personal.
Okay, everything you can say, everything you can't say, leave it.
Because I'm started with this, and I'm understand. Okay, it's a little bit personal about families, about childrens, and all this stuff. So let's keep it. And if we talk about 1914, sure, we wanna play as much as possible. We wanna. Get bigger and bigger. We want to play with Sabaton. in
Delicious.
in one small underground venue.
Pit Fest.
Yeah. We want to play with the Sabaton on a Pit Fest on a in the crust bus stand. Yeah. So, I don't know, as a typical band, became famous, spread our ideas all over the world, released a fucking awesome album, +1, 3, 5 albums, I don't know, and if I will die, so everyone will remember it. Oh, he released fucking awesome and brilliant albums, even 10 years and 20 years after, so something like this.
I really hope that you will not. You will. I mean, here in Israel we have this phrase until 120.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, until 120. That's pretty long life, and it's pretty enough. It's okay. But Dmytro, thank you for the interview. It was really awesome, and now
Thank you.
and now my dream came true because I wanted to talk to you, Science the Blind, Leading the Blind, and here we are.
Not bad.
Okay, thank you very much. Good luck to you. And any last words to your fans? Any last words?
I don't like this phrase, last words. No.
Lest we forget. Okay, thank you.